From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Jets. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always said when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at second down. The Jets at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now Wilson going to change things up here.
To throw on 2nd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You talk about this Jets defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again is Wilson. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow them down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I'm gonna switch teams. How does this have to happen? Let's go now. We can do this on
1st first and 10. Here's Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught by Myers. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's Wilson. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson.
And that'll be complete to Stevenson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Play action. It's Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Pacheco. Able to power through. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's Pacheco on the read option. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 5. He's going to try and do this himself. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. Fair catch will move this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march. He's got it in, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Wilson. Got his man, it's Warren. Touchdown! Jalen Warren, 34 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And Howie clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action, they'll throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. And
touchdown, Seahawks. DeAndre Hopkins from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Okay, this could be it. This could be it. This could be the turning point. Let's go. Keep it up, fellas.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Hey, come on! Let's go now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
We can do this, offense! Just shine, offense! Up there, offense! Let's keep going for the next one. Side offense. Let's get two. Put some points on the scoreboard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll look to throw again. Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now they're in the hurry up. Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes it to Olave. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 22-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Keep it rolling, fellas. Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, they'll look to throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chandler Jones drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stevenson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Ayuk goes in motion. On 3rd down, Wilson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. After the interception, here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Warren. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson changing the play. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down and 6 now. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Getting paid. This could be the turning point.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Let's go.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where the head coach are just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week.